Hello, very beautiful, beloved soul friends. Welcome to another Conversations with Kristin, that beautiful time of your day where you explore the unconscious mind from the inside out. So I like to give a little healing journey tip today, a little trick, okay? When to turn inward to connect with your parts of consciousness, and when to turn outward to connect with gentle stimulus to help you ground in the present moment. Because both of these things are important, but we have to know when to apply these things for them to work really well. Okay, so there's going to be three options about where to place your focus, and it all has to do with different stages or levels or styles of attunement. Attunement is that process of connecting with ourself. We've got our observational awareness, and then we have parts of consciousness who are directly encountering experience. And attunement is the process of us having some kind of healthy connection with them where we can know what's going on and be aware of what they're going through, but we are also grounded in a place where we can respond to it. Okay, so attunement is being able to connect with ourselves in a way that we can be there for ourselves effectively. And so I've created this little spectrum, and in the middle of the spectrum is attunement. You're grounded in your observational awareness. You're connected with your parts. You know what they're going through. You know how to connect with them and perceive them. You know how to recognize their needs, and you know how to reach out and respond and be there for them. Okay, so there's distinction with connection. Okay, and then on the spectrum, we've got this end over here, and it's misattunement. And that happens when the observational self blends with subconscious parts. Okay, and then there's connection without distinction. And so the observational self is over here like it's one of the parts. Okay. And so you don't have that grounded space of awareness. All of your feelings are just happening to all of you all of the time. And you don't have a lot of power to respond to the experience because you are the experience. And so instead of being an observational self who's able to be there for your inner experiencer, you are the inner experiencer, and you can't quite reach up to grab that little beacon building, that little observational watchtower. Okay, so that's misattunement, where you are connected with parts, but there's no distinction. Okay, and then on the other end of this spectrum, we've got unattunement. Okay, these are words I've created just to kind of help express these concepts. Unattunement is when there's distinction with no connection. You're out here and you're doing your thing, observing your life, responding to life, moving through your life, but you're not connected with your inner experiencer. And you don't know about internal needs or experiences at all. You're just out here doing your thing. Out here doing your thing. Okay, so that's unattunement. Unattunement is distinction without connection. Misattunement is connection without distinction. The goal is attunement, where there's distinction and connection. Okay, so friends, so we've got these three kind of styles of attunement, and the goal is to get here in the center and be centered, right? Okay, so how can we use this? So first step is to recognize it. Where are you in this spectrum? Are you here? Are you here? You may be kind of in the middle here. You got a little bit of grounding, but a little bit of blending. Are you over here? Are you maybe here where you're mostly distinct, but there's maybe a little connection, but you maybe need a little more? So kind of assess where you are on the spectrum to start with, okay? What you're experiencing. Are you experiencing attunement? Are you experiencing unattunement? Are you experiencing misattunement? Okay? From that space, then you can have more power to respond. Okay, so if you're experiencing unattunement, then you want to turn inward and connect with your parts. If you're experiencing unattunement, you want to turn inward and be open to what parts of your inner experiencer might be feeling or going through kind of behind the scenes. Stuff that might not be really obvious, but it's kind of going on in the backdrop. If you're experiencing misattunement, then you want to turn outward and ground yourself in the present moment by focusing your attention towards gentle stimulus. And that is going to help your parts because it'll help you get grounded up here. And once parts of consciousness know that there's someone up here in the observational watchtower, or the observational self is up here in the beacon building, they feel a little bit of hope and relief. It's when everything is going on here as the inner experiencer and there's no one that's able to be there for the inner experiencer that things can get really tough and feel really overwhelming and hopeless and chaotic, etc. So if there's misattunement or blending where there's connection without distinction, then you want to turn outward and focus on gentle stimulus. And I've created a free gift for you guys that can really help with this. It's called Brain Rewiring Playbook. And you can grab this for free at kristinwindsor.com/gifts. And that link is here in the video description below. It walks you through the process of a very, very simple, easy trick you can use to actually rewire your brain's neural networks. And it helps you get grounded in the present moment. It's a way to connect all parts of yourself with the moment. It's a way to connect with your power. It's a way to do a lot of really good stuff that helps with all kinds of healing journey stuff. So please feel free to grab the Brain Rewiring Playbook at kristinwindsor.com/gifts. So if there's misattunement with blending, where there's connection without distinction, you want to turn outward and get grounded. It's also a mindfulness practice. Just practicing mindfulness can help with that. You want to get grounded in your observational self. If there's unattunement, where there's distinction without connection, you want to turn inwards and be open to observing what your inner experiencer might be going through. Okay. If you are in a place of attunement, okay, if you're in a place of attunement, you're grounded in your observational self, there's distinction, you're connected, you know what your parts are going through, all of that, then you get to just practice your personal power and practice being love and presence, because that will heal your neurobiological applications of consciousness more effectively than any other approach. Practicing love and presence transforms neurobiological data rapidly. Everything is energy, and the wiring in our body, the wiring in our brain, the wiring of our unconscious body and our unconscious mind, the wiring that's generating our automated sensations of our personal self and interpretations of personal life experience, all of that is energetic information stored inside our body's cells. And when we practice love and presence, we create an energy through the power of our consciousness that holds such a beautifully high vibration that it has the power to transmute any data trapped inside that is hurting. If there is pain trapped in the past, we can heal it through love and presence. If there's pain of disconnections within attachment systems, we can heal it through love and presence. If there's traumatic stress, anxiety, depression, dissociation, etc., we can heal it through love and presence. Okay, so friends? So first step is to assess what you're experiencing along the spectrum of attunement. Are you attuned with distinction and connection? Are you experiencing misattunement where there's connection without distinction? Or are you experiencing unattunement where there's distinction without connection? And then once you have an understanding of where you're at within your personal experience, then you can apply these tricks. If you're experiencing unattunement where there's distinction without connection, you want to turn inward and connect with parts of yourself and be open to hearing about what's going on beneath the obvious surface of your explicit physicality, to connect with your parts of consciousness, with what they're actually going through. Because parts are always going through more than we directly know about in our awareness. Always. Always. We know an infinitesimally small fraction about what's actually happening inside our neurobiological applications of consciousness in any given moment. I want to turn inwards. If there is misattunement, where there is connection without distinction, then you want to get grounded in your observational self so that you have more power to be there for parts of your inner experiencer. And you can do this by turning your focus outward and grounding yourself in the present moment with love. And practicing this brain rewiring trick I've created where you focus on gentle stimulus in a very particular way is a really powerful way to do that, to ground in your observational self and be there for your parts of consciousness. And then if you're in this place of attunement, then it's just a place to practice your personal power, directing your intention and attention. And if you have an intention of love and your attention is towards presence, and then you practice the 10 aspects of personal power, which you can discover more about in that brain rewiring playbook I've got for you for free, then you are rewiring your entire neurobiology. And you keep practicing this and you keep practicing this, and your life will gradually transform from the inside out. Your whole experience can shift towards a higher vibration of just goodness, ease and well-being and love and presence and restoration and liberation. All right, soul friends, so just a little healing journey trick. It's important to know when to turn in and when to go out, and how to kind of balance this. I'm here and I'm me and I'm doing this and I have all of these parts going through all of these things. And so it's important to kind of connect with awareness about where we are and then have the tools to respond. Thank you so much for stopping by for these conversations with Kristin. Thank you so much for being here, beloved soul friends, and thank you for being you. And if you'd ever like to connect through a consciousness consulting call, I would be honored to serve as a healing journey guide to empower you into the fullness of all that you can truly be. You can visit my website to find out more about who I am or what I do, or go ahead and schedule a one-on-one session with me at kristinwindsor.com. And that link is here in the video description below. Thank you so much for being here, beloveds. If you liked hanging out, or if you learned something new, or you just want to spread a little overall positivity in the world, I invite you to hit the like and subscribe button on this little magical video thingamashag. So thank you for being here, beloveds, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Namaste, soul friends. The love and light in my miraculous consciousness. See and honor the love and light in your miraculous consciousness. I'm sending you infinite blessings, expansive love, endless light. Have a glory-filled day, soul friends.